Welcome, traders. Welcome to the live session, second day of the trading week. After a short break, we are back on trading again, and we can see that the market is trending very nicely, which is good to see that. And this is also another important day coming up, job opening, and followed by tomorrow also quite a few high impact news. And the market start to move after this break, and we can see that with this upcoming news, XAUSD and also British Pound US dollar, Euro dollar, all of them currently trending. We'll be looking to see the best trade possible in the market. As you can see that this is the lower time frame price action on XAUSD, looking at the bigger picture and the smaller picture, all of them working nicely. Now looking at XAUSD on the lower time frame, we can see the market here from this support level. This is a pretty strong bounce here on XAUSD, and expecting for the market after retest to continue to rise again to the upside to create a new higher high. So you can see that XAUSD currently in a bullish trend, wanting to see the price in fact has come for a pullback before we look for further entry opportunity. Now you can see that a lower time frame price action, this is pretty strongly currently trending after retest of this support level. The market started to trend here, and we can expect for the market to potentially move again in the major direction of the trend. So what we can see here on XAUSD, that this market is currently trending. We see there is a long wick candle here, pretty strong rejection from this support level, and with the rejection the market has made this move, followed by this pullback, another move, pullback. The price is forming series of higher high and higher low, which is in an uptrending market structure. And with that uptrending market structure on XAUSD, expecting for the price to potentially drop to the support level and then to trend again to create a new higher high. So lower time frame price action, we can see that XAUSD in a bullish trend. If we look at the 1 minute chart, we can see the market is in trend and want to see that it has dropped well below that level before it potentially bounce back up again to create a new higher high. So looking at the 1 hour chart here, we can see that this market in this lower time frame also currently in a trend. So this is the 1 hour price action where from here, this is a from this support level, a very strong breakout followed by the pullback, and we can see another breakout, expecting another deeper pullback before we look for another entry opportunity in this market. So we can see that from the lower time frame here, 4 hour chart that we're looking at, this is an important level of support, and want to see the market has tested the support and then having a potential bounce in that area. So looking at the lower time frame here, you can see that this is the lower time frame price action. In this lower time frame price action, what we will be waiting for the price to potentially grab liquidity from any of this important support and then to potentially bounce again back to the upside to create a new higher high. So here is we can see that the market is in this important structure. This is a very important structure here, and with that important structure, we can see that from this support level, the market from this support level, we can see the price after this retest, we can expect for the market to potentially to continue to move back to the upside to create a new higher high. So we can see that lower time frame price action here on the if we look at the 1 minute chart, also we can see the market is in a trend, and in that trending market, what we can expect for the price to retest and then to potentially continue to rise again to create a new higher high. So looking at the lower time frame, what we can expect for the market to this is a significant level of support here, and in that significant support we will be waiting for the price to come down, retest, and then to trend again in the major direction of this market. So if you look at the daily chart here, what we see that from the daily perspective, the market tested the daily support, and after this retest of this daily support, we have seen that a strong breakout, and with that strong breakout, we'll be waiting for the price to come down for a deeper pullback and then to trend again to the major direction of this market. So looking at the lower time frame here, what we see that in this lower time frame, this is a lower time frame price action, and in this lower time frame price action, the market currently in a sideways, so which is a very strong consolidation here. And in that sideways market, as the market in a sideways, what we will be waiting here for the price to potentially to drop and break any of this important support and then to trend again to create a new higher high. So we'll be waiting for the price to show a potential entry. And before we go to that, let's quickly look at also the multi-time frame, which is very important to look at, guys. Keep in mind that multi-time frame analysis is the key to become a profitable trader. So you can see that from the multi-time frame approach, XAUSD currently in a very important zone here, and from the multi-time frame approach, the market is trending, and we will be waiting for the price to show its hand to see where we can find an entry in this market. So this is an important support here, support here, support here. Want to see that market is coming down here, breaking that support level, and after break of this support, we can expect for the price to potentially trend again in the major direction of this market. So we'll be waiting to see how the price is doing. And in the meantime, guys, if you're enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I am posting every single day. So looking at here on the lower time frame, we can see that from the lower time frame perspective, this market is there is a consolidation here, a strong bounce followed by a consolidation. What we can expect is that market to, as it is in a consolidation, want to see that after retest the price to potentially bounce again to create a new higher high. Waiting for the market to show its hand for us for this potential entry. And if you look at the 1 hour chart here, this is the 1 hour price action, and in this lower time frame we will be waiting for the price to come down again, retest, and then to potentially revert back again to the upside to create a new higher high. Again, 1 minute chart, lower time frame, we can see a long-term consolidation here in this lower time frame, and in that consolidation, wanting to see that the market has tested and then started to trend again in the major direction. And as soon as we will find entry, we will be looking for that entry opportunity. Thank you very much, Joel. Time to be educated again. Yes, this is a great time for trading as well. As you know that, guys, the market is very volatile at the moment. The market is trending, which is good for us as a trader to look for a market that is trending. And if you guys are excited about trading, yeah, this is a great time for becoming a better trader. And also, you know that trading is freedom always. Once we get that point, once we understand that how the market moves, once we understand everything, trading brings a great freedom in life. So if you guys are passionate and happy to become a better trader, make sure you stick to the channel and focus on learning and growing as a trader, and which is an absolutely important part of becoming a successful trader, is focusing on learning, developing trading psychology, and then moving in the direction that will give you the best result as a trader. So here is 1 minute chart. You can see this is the 4 hour candle. XAUSD, if you look at the daily chart, this is a daily market, and this is a very strong bounce on the daily time frame, which is, we can see that the market in a strong trend here. And as this market in a strong trend, and this is a bullish market, what we can expect for the price to come for pullback, and then to potentially to trend again in the major direction. So here you can see from this support level, this is a complete breakout from the support from the daily perspective. And as this market in a trend, you can see that this is the 4-hour perspective here. Looking at the lower time frame, again going back to the 1-minute chart, as there is a gap open here as well. So the market may remain still bullish, but I want to see that here a little deeper liquidity gap before we look for that potential entry in this market. So you can see that the 4-hour chart here on this market, and this is 4-hour chart, and this is a very what I would say that an aggressive bullish market. The price is approaching that resistance line. This is a 291516 level, is a quite significant level, as back-to-back 2 4-hour candle has got a rejection from that zone where a 291516 level, which is a very important resistance line where there is a high liquidity. And what we can expect for the market to potentially retest that level and then to keep pushing up or coming down for a pullback, and then keep pushing to the upside to create a new higher high. So looking at the 1-minute chart, you can see this is a structure formation with an inverted head and shoulder. We can see that there is an inverted head and shoulder, and with that inverted head and shoulder formation here on XAUSD, what we can expect for the price to a bounce here to the liquidity zone in that area. So here we can see there's a gap open, and with that gap open, the market is trending. And let's see that where we can see the market to what I think that we might see a short-term potential bounce here in that area for this move. What we can see here in that area, guys, as XAUSD started to move from that level, we could see that ultimately this market is bouncing back up here to the 1 hour perspective. We can see the price approaching a very important liquidity zone. So want to see that it's in fact heading to that level, testing that level, grabbing the liquidity, and then potentially dropping again. So we'll be waiting to see that XAUSD. In fact, there is a very narrow gap here. We could look for an entry opportunity in that area, because look at, you can see this is a narrow gap, so it's only a couple of pips. But if we have a little bigger entry opportunity here, we would look to enter. But at the moment, what we will be doing here, as the market is approaching this 4-hour liquidity zone, we'll be waiting for the market in fact to retest that liquidity zone, and then to revert back again, and again to create a new lower low. So once we see the market has done that, once we see the market has done enough pullback here, we can look for potential bullish entry. And as this daily price action, the price has managed to bounce aggressively, we could see ultimately we might see that the price is breaking the previous daily high here. So if you look at here 1-hour chart, you can see after this doji, a 1-hour bullish engulfer. So for this session, we will be looking for some of the areas that we can look for trading opportunity. So these are some of the levels that we will be looking for entry on XAU USD. Let's see how the market might be doing. And you can see this is the 1-minute chart, wanting to see that it's coming for deeper pullback. And once we see the market has dropped for deeper pullback, we can look for that that entry in this market. So you can see that this is a a bounce here. Okay, so from this level, this is an important move here, and with that important move, expecting for a deeper pullback, and then to potentially bounce back up again to create a new higher high. So you can see the market after retest of this resistance line, the price slowly coming down here. You guys look at, you can see the market again from the 1 hour perspective coming to that 1 hour support level. And with that drop, we see enough pullback. We can look for potential entry for this short-term move to the upside. The price is approaching a 1 hour important level of resistance here, which is a very important level of resistance. So approaching that support level here from the 1 hour. So you can see the market is approaching that level, and from that level, as the price is approaching that support level, we will be waiting for the price to give us that that bounce here. And once we see the market has given that opportunity, we will be looking for entry in that market. So now you can see here, this is an important level of support here. So for us, for entry, if you look at here, you can see that this is an important support. And for, let's see that where we can expect for the market to come down. This is the 1 hour support here, and from that 1 hour support, we will be waiting for the price to deepen and then to bounce back up again to create a new higher high in that area. Now looking at the 1 minute chart, we can see that from the 1 minute perspective is for the price to potentially deepen here, and with that deepen, expecting it to come back here, penetrate that level, and then to trend again to create a new higher high. So waiting for the market to give us that that entry. So you can see there is a long wick doji formation here, and with this long wick doji, okay, so you can see there's a long wick doji, and as the market has formed that long wick doji, wanting to see that the price is approaching to the upside to create a new higher high. So what we can see, there is a long wick candle here, and for us, for this potential entry, would like to see that XAUSD has tested this level and then forming a higher high and then bouncing back to the upside. That's what we are expecting in this market. So what we see that here, this is a very important support. Because it's in an important level of support, would like to see the market has tested, and then as you can see, it's now slowly pushing back to the upside. We'll be waiting for the price to retest and then to return again back to the upside to create a new higher high. So you can see here it's forming a series of higher low in that area. With that series of higher low formation, as the market is trending, want to see that it's potentially trending to the upside. So waiting to see the market is showing its hand for that entry. So you can see here 10 and 20 EMA crossed over from each other. I would still be waiting for another bounce before we find that entry in this market. So you can see there is a long week rejection here as well. So would like to see the market is trending here and then potentially moving in the direction of the major trend. And here, this is a structure formation here. We can see the market is in a channel, and with the channel, the price has broken below, grabbed the liquidity, and then it's trending in the direction. So if we look at here from the 30 minutes and the 15 minutes chart here, we can see the market is here in a strong bullish trend. So 4 hour here, we can see the price approach that 4 hour resistance line, and with that approach, expecting for the market to potentially trend in the major direction of this trend. So here is what we can see, that with this narrow move, want to see that the market is in a trend and would like to see it's heading to the upside to create a new higher high. So you can see it's potentially bouncing up, and we may see that the price is heading and breaking to the upside to create a new higher high. So there is a narrow doji formation. Like to see that it's aggressively trending and then creating a new higher high in this market. So with that in mind, we can see the market trend is up. Like to see that after this multiple series of higher low formation is breaking to the upside, and then the market is in that trend. So once we see that it has grabbed enough liquidity, we can look for entry opportunity in that area. As I mentioned before, also patience is key here. We will be looking for the best trade once we find that is in the market. Now you can see here the market is again creating series of higher low, and with that series of higher low formation, it's in a trend and want to see that it's breaking above and trending in the major direction. So here the main goal here is to holding on to the trend so that we can trade in the major direction, and that's the key here, is to find the market that is trending. And once we see the market is trending, that's where we will be looking for entry opportunity in this market. So here you can see that this is a there is a bullish market structure. So you can see that this is a bullish market structure where the trend is up, and in that uptrend, as soon as we will find suitable price action confirmation, that's where we will be entering into that trade. Morning, coach. Welcome. Really appreciate it. Welcome. Good morning. Welcome. Thanks for joining the live session. And guys, let's wait for another big trading week as well. So past week was incredible. Now this week as well, we can see the market in fact showing promising it's very important to look at when we look at the market to see that it's heading in our potentially in our favor. So if you here look at as we are progressing with the session, our goal here is to trade with the trend. Now trading with the trend is the most effective way to trade the market, and that's why I always emphasize always is to find a trade in the major direction of the trend. So if you look at here, you can see that this is a market where there is a trend, and as this is in a trend, you can see that this market is trending, creating series of higher high and higher low. So you can see this is a support here, support here, support here, grab multiple liquidity, and then has got a bounce pullback, another bounce pullback. So it's in a bullish trend here, and with that bullish trend, we'll be waiting for the price to drop back to any of this important support, and then to jumping onto the entry in this market. So this is what we're waiting for the market to give us that suitable entry, and then once we see that entry opportunity, we will be looking for that market to give us that that price action confirmation, and then we will be jumping onto the entry. High probability setup is the most important part here for us to look at a market that is showing a high probability setup. It is very essential that we look for a market that has the high probability setup, and that's why we will be waiting for that entry opportunity. And you can see it's from this resistance line, the market slowly breaking below and wanting to see that it's coming to that support level where there is a high liquidity, and would like to see the market that slowly melting back below that support here, and after retest, then we will be looking for entry on this market. So with that resistance line, the price may melt back below that support here, And with that drop, okay, so you can see that this is a support. Wanting to see that it has dropped well below before we look for further entry opportunity in this market. Now with that gap open, want to see the market is, we'd like to see that it has dropped to any of this important support level. And once we see the market has dropped to any of this important support level, that's where we will be looking for that entry opportunity. So here is, we can see the market slowly breaking down, and with that breakdown, what we can expect for the price to grab liquidity and then to bounce back up again to create a new higher high. So 30 minutes price action here. I do look at the multi-time frame, which is very important, guys, as a trader, is to look at the multi-time frame approach, because when you look at the multi-time frame approach, that's where you might see the market in fact showing a very great trading opportunity when you look at the multi-time frame approach. Now, as when you look at the multi-time frame, you can see a smaller picture and the bigger picture. So when you connect the dot with the smaller picture and the bigger picture, that's where we have the high probability trade setup. Now, if you look at the 30 minutes, you can see that this is a liquidity candle, right? So if you are not sure about the liquidity candle, also you can turn on the indicator that we have. And once you see the market has shown that pattern, so you can see this is a very stronger bullish pin bar, and also there is another bullish engulfer. So back to back, two important bullish candlestick pattern here. Okay, so you can see this is a bullish candlestick pattern. Also there is another bullish candlestick pattern. After back to back two important bullish candlestick pattern, we can see that the market from this support level has have a potential bounce here. And with that bounce, you can see the price is approaching that support level. What we can expect is that for the market to retest and then to return back again in the major direction of the trend. So here is the lower time frame price action here, wanting to see that it's breaking from the structure. And once we see that enough break of a structure, we will be looking for that entry in this market. So you can see it's coming down here, wanting to see that it's dropping well below to that support level. So this is the lower time frame price action, and with that lower time frame price action, what we can expect, this is a complete breakdown here, and with that complete breakdown, would like to see the price is coming here, penetrating that support or even breaking below and then trending in the major direction. We see that series of lower high here, and with that series of lower high, we can see series of lower high formation. There is a strong liquidity grab here, which is a kind of head and shoulder, and we might see now short-term drop. That's what we're waiting to see, that it has dropped to significant support, then we can look for buying opportunity in this market. So you can see that here lower time frame price action, 1 minute chart here from this resistance line, it's started to drop, and with the drop expecting it to come back here, breaking any of this low, and then we can look for further entry opportunity. As it is a bull market, our aim is to trade with the trend, which is always the best way to trade the market is to look at the market that is trending and then trading with the trend. And in the meantime, traders, if you're enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell so that you're not missing any of the content that I'm posting every single day. Okay, here is what we can see, that after this drop from this doji, the market is approaching to the upside, and this is where we will be waiting. After we see the market has grabbed enough liquidity, has broken significant support, that's where we will be looking for bullish entry opportunity in this market. We'll be waiting for the best trade setup. Once we see that ready, then we will be entering in that trade. So you can see that there is a long wick candle here, and that long wick candle is in fact this is a two-way price action. It might keep pushing up or it might come back for another liquidity. We will be only entering the trade that has dropped well below, and then we will be entering into that opportunity. So with that in mind, this is the drop we see on a pullback, and with that pullback, want to see the market is in this one. It's we might see that short-term drop here, and once we see that short-term drop, that's where we will be looking for entry in this market. We will be waiting to see that to happen. As I mentioned earlier, guys, keep in mind that patience is key to become a better trader. When you become patient, you started to learn how the market moves, and also you can stay ahead in this trading for long enough. This is a long-term game, guys. Keep in mind that nothing happens in this trading for short term. We need to think of long-term picture as a trader, and if you are a better trader, then the most important part here is to look at that, to look for the long term, how you can become a better trader, and you need to focus on the growth of developing a strategy as well as developing a great mindset or developing a strong trading psychology, which is the key aspect of becoming a better trader. So if you look at here, you can see this is a when you are trying to become a better trader, or already you're a better trader but you want to scale it up, then you need to combine both technical aspect and also psychological aspect of becoming a trader. So the technical part you can learn by studying the chart, or the joining the course, or any of the things that you can see online on the channel as well. In our channel, so there is a lot of free content available for you to learn. You can focus on that, or you can join premium courses as well, which helpful, because education, there is nothing alternative to education. Psychological part that you need to be mostly on focusing on yourself. So that's where the most trader fail to do that, developing a very nice, a very effective trading psychology. Okay. And effective trading psychology means that you know that when to take the risk and when not to, and always sticking to the plan, staying disciplined. That's the key of becoming a better trader. Hello, sir. Welcome in the house. Let's go. Welcome. Will the price go down to 29 for the pullback? So yeah, that's a very good question. So will the price go to the 2900 for a pullback? Let's look at the daily part here. Now, so far, the way daily price action formed, the way daily candlestick pattern has formed, that's with this bounce. Okay, so this is a significant bounce on the daily on XAUSD, and because it has got that bounce on XAUSD, we what I think that this is the 4-hour chart here, and with that 4-hour chart, if the market is dropping to that support, we could see that strong bounce in this market. So from that perspective, if we look at the lower time frame 1-hour chart, you can see that 1-minute chart, we can see it's about to break that support, but that's where we will be waiting for entry. If we see the market has in fact dropped to that 4-hour support level, that's where we will be looking for entry opportunity in this market. So this is what we are looking at. As you can see, there is a head and shoulder formation, and with the head and shoulder formation, we'll be looking to see the market potentially drop back to that support, and then from that support we will be looking for entry opportunity in this market. Now here it is, we can see that after this drop, slowly potentially bouncing, and lower time frame price action. Okay, so this is the 1-minute chart. We have seen already a break of structure here, but this is, I'm not fully satisfied with this small breakdown. Would like to see that deeper drop and then bounce. Okay, so this is what we are waiting on this market, for the price to drop deeply before we can look for entry opportunity in this market. So would like to see that how it is doing. We can see from this level, we would like to see that it drops well below, and then once we see that it drops well below, that's where we'll be looking for that entry. Okay, here we can see some potentially let's see, this is a 4-hour candle which um, wanting to see this testing this support, then we can look for entry. Let's wait for the market to show its hand and then we'll be entering into the trade here. So narrow doji, wanting to see that it's breaking below and coming here to the support before we look for any entry in this market. So here is a red bearish candle, a narrow doji, wanting to see that it's coming well below before we look for the entry. Okay, so that drop's trying to happen here. It's a narrow sideway. We'll be waiting to see show its hand. What is the level that which thing drop should go to? The level that expecting, it might drop to any level, but our entry target is if the market drop to around 29.10, 29.11, that's where we will be waiting for that entry in this market. So you can see that here a couple of narrow dojis, so we could see that this market is potentially melting here. That's why we're waiting to see that the price has broken any of this important support before we look for that entry, because it's in a very strong uptrend. We see there is a sideway movement here in that zone, and with that sideway movement, wanting to see the price is coming here to that support level. And once we see the price has dropped to that support, that's where we will be looking for our entry opportunity in this market. So there is a long wick doji here as well. So you can see that here it's the way the market structure is forming here. We might see some short-term downside, which was waiting to see that to happen, but the trend is up, so not looking to sell at all. This is also, I always emphasize to all of you guys that trading with the trend is the most effective way to trade the market. So though we could see some short-term bearish move here, but we will be waiting for the market to trend and to show the trend. This is what we're waiting. You can see this is a 1 minute bearish engulfer here. And with the 1 minute bearish engulfer, this is also 1 minute candle. We'll be waiting for the market to give us that strong trend. And once we see the market has given us this strong trend, that's where we will be waiting to enter into the market. So trading with the trend is the most effective way to trade the market. We will be waiting for the market to give us that opportunity. Now you can see this local downtrend here. So we might see that drop to certain level. Once we see it has broken significant level, once the market will prepare for that upturn, that's where we will be looking for entry with a pending order. So you can see here is a bearish, narrow bearish candle here. So you can mark it as 4-hour support, so intraday support here. So intraday support, and from that intraday support, we will be waiting to see the market to retest and then to bounce back up. So after liquidity grab here, the market coming in the direction here, and we see that after this liquidity grab, we have seen that long bearish move, expecting for the price to come back here to the support and then to potentially trending into the upside. So here is the local, some rejection from the top, and that rejection might lead that price to that support here. See how far it might be going. So with that in mind, we will be waiting to see the price to drop here to that liquidity zone and then to bounce back up and then to create a new higher high. So would like to see that drop to that support level here, 4-hour support here, intraday support, which is significant support. And if the market drop here, we might find that potential entry opportunity in this market to the upside. And coming up later today, Joel's job opening, so which is very high impact, and that could lead that market again to move again. If you look at the calendar here, you can see this is the calendar here. And coming up 1 a.m. later today in my zone, which we will be covering here in this live session. So it will be a bit longer session, but we will be still covering that Jaws job opening, and I'm going to also trade with that. If you guys excited about that, make sure you stick till the end of this live session to see how this data affecting the market. And followed by tomorrow coming up core CPI and CPI, median and yearly, so which is also a huge market mover. So basically with this job opening, we might see that starting of significant movement in the market. So we could see that coming up with the news might be giving a very stronger opportunity in this market. So we'll see that here. We can see from here, from this resistance line, pretty strong drop here. Would like to see the prices coming here, breaking below, and then to trend again to create a new higher high. So you can see that drop to that support here, and with that drop to the support, would like to see that it tested this one, which is very important. And once we see the market has dropped back below, we'll see that how it might be moving back up again for another bounce, as this is a 291516 level is in fact a very high liquidity zone here. Okay, we see that breakup support here from the intraday perspective, and with that breakup support, if you look at it, you can see that the market has broken back below that support. And what we can expect here is the market to potentially bounce and then to return again. So let's see if we have that potential entry. The market is in a very crucial level here. This is a 30 minutes liquidity zone. Okay, so until we see the market change its trend, currently it is in a local downtrend. As you can see, we might see a short-term upside here, but we will be waiting for the change of trend. Once we see prepared for a bullish trend, that's where we will be entering into the trade. At the moment, we can see that it's in a long-term bull market, but locally we can see from here there is a drop, pullback, another drop, and we could see the market is potentially coming back here and then to give us that entry. We'll see, waiting for that. So would like to see suitable entry as it's still showing a downward trend here. We're waiting to see that to change its direction. Once we see enough confirmation, that's where we will be entering. Okay, so thank you, welcome. And in the meantime, what's your view at the moment on XAUSD? Also show your give us your opinion. You can see that this is the daily. That let's delete all those lines again to refresh in a refreshed way to look at the candlestick pattern. Now daily price action is, we can see that the market dropped to the daily 20 EMA, and after dropping that 20 EMA, if you closely look at it, you can see that exactly from the previous daily low there is a clean bounce or the breakout in this market. And because there is a clean bounce or breakout in that market from the daily, we because there is a clean breakout, we could see that this market is potentially trending. And what I think that ultimately we could see the prices going back to that liquidity zone where there is a high area of value in that market. So if you look at from that point of view, from 1 hour, so this is the 1 hour chart here. There is a bullish engulfer here from the 1 hour pullback and the bounce. And what we can see here, that the market is in that perspective here. This is the 1 hour candlestick pattern, and in that 1 hour price action, we can see the price is approaching that 1 hour support, which is a very important level of support here. The price has crossed that low, and after crossing that low, which you can see the price again bouncing back to the upside here. So with that in mind, as the price multiple time cross that low, grab that at liquidity, what we can expect here that this market to potentially after grabbing that liquidity to bounce back up, and that's what we're waiting to see, that the market is going back up to the resistance line. And from that perspective here, we can see that this is the 1 minute chart and there is a doji. So primarily it's trying to bounce, but what I will be waiting here is for the price to test and then to return back up again. So for the time being, we could see a reversal here. For us to enter, I will be waiting to see a little upside here. So at the moment, in that zone above this area, that I'm going to place a pending order, as we would like to see the market has crossed that high, and the stop loss will be below all this low. So that's gonna be tight stop loss. Would like to place a little higher, and then TP target to that neckline of this level. So here we are putting a buy stop. So buy stop on XT USD, so which we might see that potentially moving up potentially faster. So buy stop at 2912.658, stop at 2910.238, and TP at 2914.610. And that's the buy stop here. So the price just has crossed that high. It just crossed this. So I'm going to enter by market here. So I'm entering by market. I'm on the trade. The price already has made a move, so we didn't have much room to place the pending order. So I'm on the trade with a buy market, expecting an upside here. So around a couple of pips to take the move. And once we see that it's successfully closed, then we can look for further entry opportunity. At the moment, we can see that before we place the pending order, the market has jumped. So I'm on the trade. Would like to see that it's having a potential move here. Okay, so you see that some upside here. Okay, going up, and TP target is 2914.61. But let's see. Because it's a quick scalping trade, if we need to re-enter, we will be entering, but I want to close it in profit. That's the key here. That's the goal. So you see that upside here, and with that upside, it's moving back to the upside to the liquidity zone. We are a couple of pips up, and I'm closing the trade right now. I've closed the trade with the running profit. I'm out with the trade with running profit. Again here, 12 pip on this trade. We will be re-entering again if needed. So XAUSD plus 12 pip gained. Give a feedback, guys, on the live chat if you have done that. I have closed because it might get some rejection here again. Let's enjoy that one. Let me know, guys, if you enjoyed this live session. Make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting. As you can see, it's getting rejection. So if you guys have done that, give us feedback. Well done. Okay, so we are out on the trade. As you can see, it just has dropped back again to the downside. So this is a quick gain here on XAUSD. We have closed the trade with that, and want to see that it's trending again in the major direction. So this is really waiting to see that the market is trending to the major direction of the trend. So here is what we can see from this support level. It's got a bounce here from this doji, pretty strong bounce, pullback, another bounce, pullback, and the market is in fact currently trending here, and want to see that it's trending to the resistance line to the liquidity zone here. So what we can expect here is for the price to again potentially bounce back up to the uh, as you can see, there has been a rejection here. Okay, so with that rejection we could see now to the support level a drop, and now after this drop what we can expect it for the price to again go ahead and create a new higher high. So long wick doji. All right, so what we can expect here is to wait now patiently for another entry opportunity. Okay, so here we can see that after this the market is trying to maintain its bullish trend, and with that maintaining of that bullish trend would like to see the market is in fact showing its hand, and we'll be waiting for patiently for another one. Still this one here. So here you can see after break of this low, slowly having an upside bias here, and with that upside bias expecting is for the market to potentially to trend and then to create a new higher high here. So getting that push to the upside now at the moment. So which is if you look at the 4 hour here, you can see the market is again having that bounce. So the previous 4 hour resistance is here. Now here from this support level, we can see that there is a bounce pullback, another bounce pullback. The market is trending, creating series of higher high and higher low, which is an uptrending market. At the moment, we will be waiting for the price to come down again, grab the liquidity, and then to potentially trend in the major direction. Would like to see a further drop and then to have an upside bias. So if you look at here, you can see this is the 1 hour candle. Now from the 1 hour, this is a very strongly bull market, and this is support level here from the 1 hour perspective. And with that support from the 1 hour, I'd like to see the market has come back here. And if we see that this is a very effective level to look for further rejection again, if the market managed to drop here to that liquidity zone, we will be waiting for the market to show its hand. Let's wait for the price to drop back down below this level. This is a high liquidity zone. If the market drop here, we can look for again further entry for return back again to the upside when we see the market is in fact preparing for that potential move. So you can see here it's started to trend, and would like to see that it's potentially trending in the major level, which you will see that if it drop well below that level, we'll be looking for that entry in this market. So you can see here, this is a bounce, and with that bounce here, okay, so you can see after this bounce, wanting to see the market is this is the 1 hour. The third one, we can see very strong breakout to the upside here, and with that breakout, okay, so would like to see the market has dropped here to the liquidity zone, and then again moving back to the upside to create a new higher high. So the price action is still bullish here. So you might see a break. There's an imbalance here. Okay, so the candle closed above. So we see that after break of this high pullback, and would like to see enough pullback before we look for further entry. So here you can see that after this move, it's a narrow zone here, and with that narrow zone, expecting for the market to drop here and then to trend again to create a new higher high. Okay, so the trend may continue to rise potentially, as after this 30 minutes candle, it's managed to break. And for us to find further entry opportunity, let's see that if we have any possibility to take any position at the moment. You might see some short-term move here, around 25 pip more possible, but we will be waiting to see this 1 minute candle to close. Okay, so the way the candlestick pattern is forming, we might see that potential upside again. We will be placing again a buy stop here in that area, stop loss below this low. So there will be 43 pip stop loss, and as the TP target is lower, because we want to take that move potentially, I'll be bringing the stop loss higher. So the stop loss will be at 30 pip. So the buy stop at 2916.42, placing another pending order. So 2916.42, it might just bounce back up. Stop loss at 2913.423 and TP target at 2918.193. Right. So this is a pending order on XAUSD. If the market goes up, that we are in this entry, and so okay, there is a downside. If it is not going up, then we are not entering into the trade. Only will be in the trade if the market bounce. So the market trending, we place that pending order. So you're having around 30 pip. So we are targeting here. We'll be targeting here 19 pip. Okay, so you'll be targeting 19 pip to see if it bounce. If it break this high, then it will be on the trade. This is a buy stop on XAUSD. So here from the 15 minutes, if we look at on XAUSD from the support level, there is a bounce. Want to see that it's moving in the major direction. We see there is a primarily rejection here. So here okay, so the market from this level, there is a downside here, so we'll be waiting to see. We might see another retest from the 1 hour. You can see the market here on the support level, and with that support you can see there is a doji in that area, and with this doji formation, expecting for the market to potentially bounce. Okay, we can see that there is a primarily bounce, but I will be waiting still to see how the price might be doing. So there is a two probability here at the moment, the market to test the support and then to bounce, or breaking below and then to come back here. So here now it has tested the support, but at the same time let's wait to see if it is going up for another retest. So the 1 hour candle is closing in 3 minutes time. It formed a kind of doji. So this doji is two-way situation. So you can see the market tested this support multiple times here, and with this doji we might see that the price potentially bouncing back up or coming back again to the support level. We'll see what kind of price action is forming from the 1 hour, as this is a very, there's a gap open as well, so we'll be waiting to see what kind of so you can see that there is a break below from the 1 hour, and very interesting price action. Let's wait for the market to show clear direction, as 4 hour price action has dropped to the support level. Okay, getting some rejection. So 1 hour candle closing with a let's wait to see if the market is breaking below further. If that's the situation for the 4 hour, we might see that deeper drop here. This is the 4 hour support. We have the pending order here, but at the moment I will be closing the pending order because the trade started to break below. So so we will be waiting for the better entry. We have closed the pending order. As if you look at the 4 hour, you can see on the support level, this is a very important level of support here. And with that move, we might see the market is coming here to that level. So if you look at the lower time frame, the 1 minute chart here, we can see that this is a significant a level. And this is the 1 minute chart. We might see that the price coming further downside here or bouncing back up. We will be waiting to see further confirmation before we enter again, as the market sentiment potentially changing here. So there is a long rejection in that area, and with that rejection, expecting that the market to so 4 hour candle close as well. Here there are two probable scenario at the moment. It might even started to form a bearish price action here at the moment, or it may continue to rise. So we need to wait as the candle close from the 1 hour and the lower time frame. It may bounce or it may drop. So we'll be waiting to see how the price action is forming. Some drop possible. I think we might see some short-term downward pressure as some short-term drop possible here. But we will be waiting to see for us for entry. So we might see some short-term bearish price action. We'll see that where it might be heading. Okay, very narrow candle formation here on the lower time frame. Possibly to see some retest of this 20 EMA. So you see that downward pressure wanting to see that the market is trending in that direction, and that's why we're waiting to see that showing its hand. Potentially we might see that for the downward pressure. So here as the market is trending, has broken below, we might see that it's dropping well below that level to the 20 EMA zone. And what we can see that here from this resistance line, a pretty strong breakdown, and with that breakdown here we'll be waiting to see the price is coming here to that liquidity zone where there is a high probability that the market is coming. So we would like to see that it's coming to that zone here, and it's pretty smart drop here in that area. And at the moment, as the market managed to break from the above, so you'll be it changes the trend. You can see the market managed to change the trend, so you close the pending order, buy, stop. And if we see that now at the moment is the market is going up for enough pullback, that's where we will be looking for selling opportunity in this market. So looking at here on the lower time frame, you can see that this is the lower time frame here, and the way the candlestick forming, would like to see that it has formed enough liquidity. The price has formed that liquidity zone. That's where we will be entering into the trade here in this lower time frame. Now you can see that this is a bearish price action here, and with that bearish price action, market is coming to that 20 EMA, and with that 20 EMA retest, we would like to see that it tested and then drop down, and then we will be entering into that trade. So here is the you can see this is the 1 minute chart you're looking at. It dropped well below that level. Now okay, so it's forming. So here a bearish price action. Let's see if we can find we see that multiple long wick rejection here at the top. And that is I think we might see some downward pressure. Still, I would like to see that bearish price action here and placing a sell stop in that area. Stop loss above this high, targeting to that level. So sell stop placing at 2907. We see some short-term bearish price action. So placing a sell stop at 2907 for potential drop. And so sell stop at 2907.15, stop at 2910.683, and TP target at 2904.085. So we are waiting at placing a pending order on XAUSD for this potential drop, which is a sell stop. And if the market, I think we could see that potential downward pressure here. If it breaks below, then we will be entering. Otherwise, we will be waiting to see what's happening. This is a potentially bearish to see what's happening. Okay, if it is bouncing up, then we are not on it at the moment. I think the way the market has formed, we still could see potential bearish. So my entries is still there. So we'll be keeping the pending order is still there. As if the price managed to break below, we could see that here potential downward pressure, and we might see some downtrend here at the moment for the short-term perspective. If it returned back to the major direction, then we will be waiting. I think you can see there's some rejection coming, and there is probability for short-term drop here, as I mentioned. So you can see some rejection from the top, and after a little drop we will be able to see that entering, and I think we might see some bearish move. We'll be waiting to see to trigger the trade and then coming down. Let's wait to see the way the market is formed. We might see some bearish drop here in this market. So you can see that there is a bearish price action. So our pending order is here. If it triggers, then we will be entering into the trade, and would like to see that it's got triggered and then giving us that potential gain sum here. The first one that we have opened early today was successful. Let's wait for this one as well to see that that this one also coming down here. This is so far bearish, waiting to see that triggering, coming down here to the drop. My trade is triggered and we are running in some little profit at entry. I'll be giving a shout out once I will see that drop. The trade is active now at the moment, and from here would like to see that coming to around 26, 28 pip potential gain, waiting to see. And so there is a narrow doji formation. So you can see here, this is a very long wick candle from the lower time frame. Okay, so potential rejection from the top. Want to see that it's dropping in that direction as expected. So if that's the situation, we could see the market ultimately coming back below that low. This is what we're waiting to see. The price is showing its hand and then trending in the major direction. Okay, so here if we look at the 15 minutes, from the 15 minutes also we saw that there is a potential rejection, but if I'm still expecting for another wave of drop unless we see potential change. Okay, so here we can see the price is has potentially showing some weakness. This is what we're waiting to see, that the bulls getting comparatively weaker here and then to trend in the major direction. So you see that. um yeah, let's wait to see that it's we are in profit again at the moment, so we'll be waiting to see that it's fully coming to the profit zone and then entering into that trade. 1 minute bearish engulfer here on the support, and this is a rejection. Come on, that's move is not expected. This 1 minute bearish engulfer are expected to drop in that direction. Unusual bounce. Okay, so um would like to see that the break in the downward pressure, but anything can happen. We might see that deeper liquidity gap, which we could see to happen in that area. And but if you look at the 1 minute, very fragile structure here. So this kind of structure normally form for a potential breakdown, and with that breakdown, we see that the market in fact risk management is the key, guys. So make sure that you do the proper risk management before we find any entry. And there is a narrow doji formation, and with this narrow doji, would like to see the market is, come on, okay. So if it moved to a very crucial level, and with a gap, most likely we might see some upward pressure here, and we are in a very crucial level. This is a, you might need to let that one go. Yeah, that one is gone, so we have to let that go. We will be waiting for I think we might see, as you can see, the price is approaching this 4 hour. If we look at, it's approaching that resistance. We could see that it just has grabbed the liquidity, and if you look at the 4 hour resistance, it's the 4 hour resistance here. As it grabbed the liquidity, we could see that is for the market to so 4 hour resistance is here. We might see here deeper liquidity grab, and what I think that with this move here, it's basically going up for a liquidity grab and then to return again. So as just job opening coming in just a matter of 30 minutes, we'll be waiting to see what the market is trying to do. We might see a retest of the 4 hour resistance. As you can see, it's approached that 4 hour resistance, and from that level we could see that potentially again a rejection to the downside with the news coming up. So keeping eye for the move to the 4 hour level of resistance, and this is the resistance here on the 4 hour. So here okay, there is a narrow doji formation from this 4 hour level, and so I would like to open sell here, guys, from this level. This trade I will be opening by market, and with the potential for this drop with a 60 pip stop loss. TP target we will be targeting to this level here. Later we can be able to change, and that is sell opportunity for short term with a stop loss above this level. And once we see the market has shown enough confirmation, so I'm entering by market here with a sell position, and as soon as we see the price has shown that enough momentum, that's where we will be taking the profit. So here I'm expecting for the market to reject to the downside here, as if you look at the 4 hour resistance, the price approaches that 4 hour resistance, we might see another wave of drop here. So we're expecting as we can see that there is an upside here at the moment. We can expect for the price to come back here to that support before this candle close. Though we see some bullish move here but getting some rejection. So because this is the 4 hour resistance, expecting for the price to drop here. Okay, so we're getting some downside on this trade. Would like to see that it's dropping well below to that. So if it drop to that level, we will be exiting the trade. Now this price action not very strongly bearish here. So from the 4-hour resistance, really expecting downward pressure. Okay, so we were to see that there is a rejection here, which we could see. If we see a long wick rejection, that's the sign of drop to that support level. Yes, we get some reaction from the top. Would like to see this candle closing as a red bearish candle. If this candle is not closing as a strong red candle, we might be exiting that trade. In that case, looking at, okay, getting some reaction, which is, we want to see that complete rejection from the top for that potential drop. So from the 4-hour resistance, we are expecting it to break below. Let's see how this candle closing on the 1 minute. That will determine whether this market is coming down or again bouncing up. Okay, getting some reaction from the top. We see that there is a long wick and So here it's approaching that liquidity zone, and it's approaching that um, okay, at the moment we see the price is so it managed to bounce, so we are on the trade and didn't work out well. So you can see the price basically it's started to move in the major direction. Here we see there is a complete breakout, so you have to wait for the price to again rearrange that structure. And okay, so here if we look at the 4 hour, we can see there is a complete breakout, and with this breakout we'll be waiting to see better entry opportunity. So it's a complete break to the upside with a stronger momentum. This is the 1 hour price action. A very strong bullish impulse to the upside, and that is basically showing that the market um, may have an upside here. Okay, guys, so as you can see, the market changed its sentiment completely. Here we need to wait for further observation to find better entry opportunity. I will be waiting to see how the market is doing at the moment. And in the meantime, guys, if you enjoyed this live session, absolutely appreciate your support to the channel. And today's session, we will be ending it here for the market to show new opportunity. And as we see that Joel's job opening coming. Okay, so we will be covering that one. We'll be waiting for the jobs opening. I'm extending the session. So if you guys are not feeling bored, then stay tuned. We'll be covering the job opening, which is only 20 minutes later. Let's wait for the market to rearrange with the job open and take some potential peep here. As the market has broken out of that structure, we could see that the market ultimately moving back to the upside. So I will be waiting for the job open to show its hand. Are you guys with me? Let me know in the live chat if you're with me. If you wanna trade the job open. Say yes if you wanna trade job open. So here we can see the market is potentially breaking out of that structure. Here we have seen a complete breakout. So in 20 minutes time, coming up job opening, and with that job opening, we will be waiting for the market to potentially to go up and then to create a new higher high. So this is a bullish price action here. So with that, okay, so I see quite a few yes. That's good to hear that. Let's wait for the job open to release, and then once the market will expand again, we can look for entry. We'll be waiting for the job open. And by the way, in the meantime, I think that we could see that potential trend continuation to the upside. As of you can see, the trend is up, so we could see that potential continuation of this bullish trend. So looking at the 1 hour, this is a very aggressive bullish price action at the moment, and that might before the news we might see that price ultimately going up to hit that resistance line here. And so you can see narrow red candle on the 1 minute, also showing potential bullish continuation here. So before the news, the market is pretty bullish at the moment. So here, with this support, it's getting an upside here. So if you look at here, you can see 5 minutes chart. There is a bullish middleman here. That middleman might lead that price back to the upside, and would like to see that it's going up, feeling that long wick, and then pushing up back to the resistance line. Okay, this is a strong bullish price action. As news coming in 14 minutes, we can see pretty effective trend at the moment, but because there's a news, we will be waiting for the data to come up, as the data might there might be a spike, and it is not a good idea to take the risk in that market condition. Very effective bullish trend, and now we could see a potential break of a structure. So from the daily, now as we have 10 minutes to go, this break of structure is very interesting in that area, and so would like to see that it's effectively moving back to the this is the lower time frame price action here, guys. You can see that there is a bounce, but at the same time pullback here, And before news, we could see that the market is um, going back up to that liquidity zone. Waiting for the data to come up, and once we see enough confirmation, we can re-enter for better setup. We have 10 minutes to go for the data to come up, and this is a 15 minutes candle closed, and in this 15 minutes closed, if we look at the 1 hour and the lower time frame, waiting to reorganize the trend, as there is a bullish trend here. So what expecting is from this breakup structure, the market to trend again to the upside. Now, is this head and shoulder or a breakup structure? Okay, here some reaction coming from the support, as if the market managed to bounce. You could see this ultimately going back to the resistance line. Looking at 1 minute again, uh, as data coming in 5 minutes. Let's wait to see which way the market might be heading. Now the spike is important to see which way it might be doing the spike. Before the data come, so you can see a bullish candle formation here, and want to see that it's trending, as we have 4 minutes to go for the data to come up. The 4 hour here, pretty strong bullish move. And now the question is, the market is trending to the upside or breaking back below again to the support level. That we can know only from the actual data release. There is a narrow zone here, which is a very narrow zone, and in that narrow zone we could see the market um, 2 minutes to go for the things to come up. Okay, so some we once the data has been published, as the once the things has gone out, we could see that again another clear direction of the trend. For the time being, we'll be waiting to see what's happening as soon as we see that move. So it didn't move much yet. So which direction the market is feeling that week is important to see. We're getting some bullish bias, so we would like to see that is in fact showing that bullish bias. Not, we might see that the market to break below. So the market left an imbalance to the upside. So we may see that the market to trend in the downside here. there is a probability for short-term downtrend. We'll see that. So the data is the market didn't make react aggressively, but what do you see that here is for the price how it is reacting. We see that it has 4-hour candle, still quite a few sessions. So 1-hour candle with this bullish, I think there is a gap here. Now the trend is still up, but here we see that there is a uh, liquidity candle formation. I think it's gonna gain potential momentum for so it's gonna try to retest the 1-hour resistance line to fill that long wick at the top. So you might see that fill of long wick at the top. So if you look at the 15 minutes, you can see the market after retest, it's forming a bullish engulfer here, which eventually could lead that price back to the upside. So waiting to see that the market to fill that long wick and then to trend. Let's form a doji. So there is a narrow doji here. With the 1-hour, we might see another retest. The market is, in the last moment, we see there is a little bit of slowdown in the trend. And that slowdown effectively could if we look at, this is a narrow doji, so the bullish bias again is to the upside. So we can see that momentum here. So gaining that momentum here. And still we are waiting to see proper if you guys look at it, you can see the market struggling to bounce from that level. But I think as you can see, this is the lower time frame price action in that area. This is an impulse, and the price is forming a structure which is effectively could break to the upside. So waiting to see that potential break to the upside. we see after a retest, it potentially started to trend again, and the market in a very unusual spot, and this is sometimes little, let's say that, annoying consolidation. That's where we could see the price is not moving anywhere but consolidating in a narrow zone, and that narrow zone consolidation basically um, signaling potentially um, stronger liquidity graph for further move. A strong bounce, and waiting for a good move. If it is the 1 hour chart, potential for an upside breakout, it's possible to see that it's effectively going back up to the resistance. From interesting support level, the market managed to have an upside edge. As I mentioned, the market in a very, I would say, an unpredictable structure where it's trying to move up and at the same time sideways. This is a rejection from the top. So you might see some downside momentum for short term as there is a rejection from the top. We have to wait for this is really today we see that with the data the market did not move expected, so we will be waiting for further confirmation, and then we will be re-entering as soon as we will find suitable entry. And in the meantime guys, as tomorrow also there are very three high impact news coming up. Would like to see you again trading live together there. For today we will be ending here, and we'll see that better opportunity later today. If there is any trade coming also, I'll be sharing in the group. And in the meantime guys, if you enjoyed this live session, make sure you give a thumbs up, and also make sure also you join the free Telegram channel to stay up to date all the education, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Thank you, and I'll see you soon in my